When I think of Dr. Bennett, I think of the word leader. He's a leader in our community. He's a leader in educational institutions. He's, of course, a leader in healthcare. He's also a leader in regionalization, which is near and dear to my heart.
Back in 2014, there was a joint task force that was established by the Albany Colony Regional Chamber and the Chamber of Schenectady County, and there were 3 volunteer leaders from each of the organizations to say, could this work, and if so, how do we build a structure? And Dr. Bennett was one of those 6 people. He wanted to make sure we built a structure that could work. It was thinking in the long term and say, how do we build a structure that other like-minded organizations over time might want to come together and be part of the collective strength.
You know, working with Mark and Chuck Steiner at the time from Schenectady was wonderful. Mark and Chuck had this vision of a regional chamber. Their goal was really to advocate for the region, and they didn't lose sight of that. When I was the chair of the Center for Economic Growth, there came a time, and I had always asked myself, why isn't the CEG with the regional chamber? When at the time, CEO of the CEG announced to me as the chair that he was leaving, the first thing I did was call Mark. We went forward and did it, and I think the result has really been profound.
During his civic engagement, his involvement with the Chamber and CEG over the years, he's truly moved the needle. And it hasn't been about Dr. Bennett, hasn't been about the Chamber, it hasn't been about CEG. It's really about the economic and social well-being of our communities that we call the Capital Region. And I remember a reporter interviewing him and said, can this really work? Because, between the counties, there's rivers. It's how are they gonna really work together? And I remember, without skipping a beat, John says, I don't know if you know, but we have this thing called bridges. And I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be able to work together.
Thinking and acting regionally is important because it could make life better. I think businesses have to start championing this idea of one community. And they have to put aside their parochial views of Albany, Schenectady, Troy. They're all great places.
I can't think of anyone that's more deserving and anyone who has put in so much time and effort into our community. The room that we're in tonight, the Chamber, CEG, they have really pulled us together and got us to care about things that happen in different counties, different communities. And John, again, has been a leader in that effort.
When they first told me of the award and they told me that the title was the ChangeMaker, I kind of chuckled. I've always been about change. I've always admired disruptors. Disruption is hard, especially from the inside. But I guess I'm very proud of that title, that it's a ChangeMaker. If you had asked me years ago, I would have never thought I would have been involved in the chamber. It's like, I'm a doctor. So I think this award, I'm proud to be kind of recognized at the community level outside of being a doctor. And I truly love this area.